And now, brought to you by Chronicle Institute's Memory Viewing Machine, is a newsflash from the past.
This is Scoops reporting for the Television and Radio Network. It's May 2nd, 1970, and I'm here in front of the state capitol building in Jackson, Mississippi, where a statewide ban has just been enacted on the show Sesame Street, an educational children's TV program created by the Children's Television Workshop, which debuted a year ago. Despite scientific studies proving that the show has a positive effect on children, the state government felt that its racially integrated cast of characters may offend viewers. Here to discuss the matter with me is a man with so many PhDs I can't keep them all straight, but most pertinently, a degree in developmental psychology. Please welcome my dear friend, Professor Chronicle.
Thank you, Scoops.
Chronicle, in order to fully understand the significance of this decision, I think it's important to establish exactly how groundbreaking Sesame Street is. Care to elaborate on that?
Certainly. Well, Scoops, Sesame Street is unusual in just how much effort and research is put into the educational aspect of it. Not only do the writers and creators pay special consideration to what the kids are being taught, they're also careful to ensure that kids are paying attention to the show and retaining the information. 2 whole years of research were done on how to best utilize the medium of television in an educational way before production even started on the show. In fact, it's the first educational show for preschoolers to base its format and content on formal scientific research.
Interesting. What other aspects of the show distinguish it from other children's shows?
Well, although the show is designed to appeal to kids from all backgrounds, the staff had one demographic that they especially wanted to target: disadvantaged inner-city children. Children from this demographic often lack the scholastic skills that their more well-off peers have because they lack access to the same education and resources. In addition, they're a demographic which educational television up to this point has failed to reach as effectively. These 2 factors make it critical that the Children's Television Workshop craft a show that would engage them. In fact, the other day I spoke to Gerald Lesser, the head of the advisory board, and he told me, if the series does not work for poor children, the entire project would fail.
And have they succeeded in engaging those children?
Well, gee, I'd say so. The show has an urban setting specifically to appeal to that demographic, and a special outreach campaign was designed by Evelyn Davis from the Urban League to help generate interest in the show amongst those children, since traditional advertising methods are often less effective in reaching them. In addition, its racially integrated cast was intentionally decided upon to appeal to black children from urban environments, with the added benefits that a positive representation of black people will help their self-esteem, and seeing positive interracial relations modeled on TV will help children of all races learn to exhibit similar behaviors in real life. Of course, that aspect of the show, which arguably does the most good, is what ended up being the most provocative in the eyes of these Mississippi lawmakers.
Which brings us full circle. Can you explain what exactly about an integrated cast would offend viewers?
Well, Scoops, according to an anonymous and very angry spokesman for the Mississippi Authority for Educational Television, the local viewing audience simply isn't ready for that.
To the extent that the whole show is unacceptable to air? That's an extreme response, don't you think?
Yeah, tell me about it. They're making a stink of this despite the fact that Sesame Street has been shown to be a good influence on children. All the research that goes into making the show as effective as possible in teaching kids, all the care that goes into keeping it a positive force in their lives. None of that matters to these people. Quite frankly, it infuriates me that anyone could let their racial prejudices cloud their judgment so harshly that something this wholesome could be perceived as malicious in their mind. Not just one person, no, but a whole group of people.
I agree, and I hope this ban is overturned soon. But if there's one harsh lesson that I've learned in my many centuries of being alive, it's that people will do whatever it takes to justify their bigotry, no matter how irrational. This incident is just the latest in a long line of incidents like it. But I figure that's why our job is so important. Someone has to shine a light on these injustices and make sure the world knows just how irrational these behaviors are, because once we can recognize these issues, all of us can take steps forward to fix them.
Well said, Scoops. Well said.
Well, I think that about wraps things up for now. On behalf of the Television and Radio Network, that's been Chronicle, and I've been Scoops, signing out from Jackson, Mississippi.